This is an ad by BetterHelp. What's your perfect night? Is it curling up on the couch for a cozy, peaceful night in? Therapy can feel a bit like that. Your comfort place where you replenish your energy. With BetterHelp, get matched with a therapist based on your needs, entirely online. It's convenient and suited to your schedule. Find comfort this season with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com to learn more and save 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com.
You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
KFI Mo Kelly. We're coming down to the end of the year. We're live everywhere in the iHeartRadio app, and we have this complex relationship with Variety. They come out with these lists, the best, the worst, all time, 2024, and it reminds us that these critics don't see the world as you and I do. But they're worth discussing. The best movies of 2024, according to Variety magazine, or at least their online portal, have come out, and they have two critics who've listed their top 10 and a different two who've listed their bottom 10. So we're going to get through these as quickly as possible. The best movies of 2024, according to the first critic, Owen Gleiberman. And there's some doozies in here. This is the best. Are we ready, Stefan? All right, here we go. Number 10. The best. Kinds of Kindness. I have no idea what that is.
That's the latest one from Yorgos Lanthimos, who did the other one with. I'm multitasking here. I haven't seen it yet, but what's the one?
Bits of Badness?
No. I should be focusing on you instead of my work. I don't know what I was thinking.
Bottom line is you're familiar with the title at least.
Yeah. It's the follow-up to the big award winner that it was the woman who played Mary Jane in one of those crappy Spider-Man movies.
Kirsten Dunst?
No. The other one. Hang on. This is annoying me now.
No, we'll wait.
Emma Stone.
Yeah, but she didn't play Mary Jane. Did she play Mary Jane? I thought she played some of the other.
Yeah, she was Mary Jane in, I think, one of the worst Spider-Mans. With
Andrew Garfield one?
Andrew Garfield, yeah. Poor Things. It's the director of Poor Things.
Poor Things.
And
Okay.
Poor Things was really good.
All right, if you say so. Number 9. Best movie of 2024, according to one Variety critic. Bad Faith, Christian Nationalism's Unholy War on Democracy. Yeah, we can just move on. Number 8.
Well, wait, is that a documentary?
I have no idea.
Okay.
It's a horror movie.
Okay.
Number 8. Baby Girl with Nicole Kidman. They're just abstract.
They have early access to a lot of stuff that we don't.
Yeah. Check this out. Coming in at number 7. Best movie of 2024, according to Variety. The People's Joker, which they list as the real sequel to Joker after the artistic and commercial flameout of Joker Folie à Deux. Vera Drew, in her underground/midnight/guerrilla cinema sensation, plays the maniacal Joker of DC legend, who is also an outlaw parody of the Joker. That's number 7. Number 6. A Complete Unknown.
That's the Bob Dylan,
yeah.
yeah. Odds of me ever seeing that are approximately in the negatives.
I might see that because I like biopics. I might see that more.
Or as Tawala calls them, biopic.
Biopics, yeah.
Yes.
Number 5. Skywalkers, A Love Story, and no, it's not Star Wars related. It's a documentary about rooftoppers who scale the tallest skyscrapers in the world and then climb onto the splendidly curved spires that shoot out from the tops of the buildings.
Nope.
So far, I think I know one movie from this list.
You'll know number 4. Okay. Here's number 4. Inside Out, number 2. Inside Out 2.
I haven't seen it, but the first one was great.
Yeah. Number 3. And this is Owen Gleiberman of Variety's top 10 movies of 2024. A Real Pain, Jesse Eisenberg. This is so esoteric a list. It's like you get so far out there. It's like, do you actually just watch movies for enjoyment, or do you watch them to inflate your ego? I mean,
these lists don't really do anything to dispel the image of critics as a bunch of effete snobs.
They're just trying to look cool and above everyone. Because no,
I hate for them to pick something popular and known.
Right?
Wait till you get to number 1.
Oh boy.
Number 2. The Seed of the Sacred Fig.
That trailer looks good, but I haven't seen the movie. In fact, it's not even out yet.
All right. And number 1, according to Owen Gleiberman, top 10 movies of 2024. Tennis, anyone? Challengers.
Oh my God.
Okay.
This can't be real. This can't be a serious list.
Do they have a picture of Owen or Omar, whatever his name is?
Is Owen Gleiberman.
Didn't he used to work for Entertainment Weekly?
I don't know, but he should hide himself.
I'm just wondering, because that movie, I could tell, I didn't even have to see the movie, but just the trailer alone for sure appeals to like tweeners
yeah.
and like people, early 20s, but
it was universally panned.
Yeah, because
universally.
I didn't really get it, and then I watched this guy who does movie reviews, and once it got explained, it's like this could have been a one episode of a show.
And it got a lot of hype because I guess there's some threesome action or something like that. A lot of heavy petting and kissing.
There's some weird stuff. They were just trying to be weird.
All right. When we come back, we'll come up with Peter DeBruge's top 10 of 2024 of Variety. DeBruge, DeBarge, one of the two.
Marcel DeBarge.
Yes.
Head over to NFLShop.com for the largest collection of officially licensed gear from all your favorite brands. NFL Shop is your ultimate gifting destination for jerseys, t-shirts, headwear, and more. Take your game day style to the next level with the best selection of NFL gear anywhere. Show off your team pride this holiday season with styles fit for the whole family. To shop now, go to NFLShop.com.
This is an ad by BetterHelp. What's your perfect night? Is it curling up on the couch for a cozy, peaceful night in? Therapy can feel a bit like that. Your comfort place where you replenish your energy. With BetterHelp, get matched with a therapist based on your needs, entirely online. It's convenient and suited to your schedule. Find comfort this season with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com to learn more and save 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com.
You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
We're talking about the best movies of 2024, according to Variety magazine. And they have two critics who did the best of 2024 and another two critics who did the worst of 2024. This is now Peter DeBruge's, I'm probably mispronouncing that, Peter DeBruge's top 10 for 2024. And I'll rely on Mark Ronner to know what any of these movies are.
Well, you know what? One thing that we've got going on here is that they save a lot of what they expect to be the award winners for the tail end of the year, so they'll be fresh in everybody's minds. So a lot of us haven't seen these, or most of these.
That's true. That's true. Coming in at number 10. The Count of Monte Cristo.
Case in point, I didn't even know that existed.
You do now. Number 9. The Room Next Door, starring Julianne Moore and Tilda Swinton.
Oh, that's Pedro Almodovar, isn't it?
Correct.
Yeah.
Well, see, I knew you served some purpose.
But again, haven't seen it, not available.
Number 8. Green Border.
Sequel to The Green Book, perhaps?
Or Behind the Green Door.
I'll take that one.
Yeah. You have to be a certain age to get that one. Number 7. FEMME. FEMME.
Nope.
The best of 2024. We can't even get a movie that we've all heard of. All of us have heard of. Number 6. The best movies of 2024 according to one Variety critic. Edward. Sebastian Stan, ring a bell?
No.
All right. Number 5. Now you've lost me. Dune Part 2. No.
I wish the wall was in the room.
No. Don't you dare try to co-sign and agree with this.
No, I wouldn't, because I cut my losses after the first one. I mean, after taking 3 sittings to get through the first one. No way.
Number 4. Anora.
Okay, that one I have heard of, and I've been trying to get to see, and that's got some good buzz.
Now, number 3, you might take issue with, Mark, because I know you've seen it. Here we go. The Bike Riders.
That's not bad. I wouldn't say it's one of the year's best, though. You gotta. They need to get out more, I guess, is what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. Number 2. It made both lists. The Seed of the Sacred Fig.
Okie doke.
Yeah, look, they're so far out there. It's really hard to take them seriously that they're actual film critics and not just someone who's clout chasing for some sort of film credibility.
Yeah.
And number 1, according to one critic of Variety, as far as the best movie of 2024. What's this guy's name again? What's his name? Peter DeBruge. Here we go. Inside Out 2. One of the biggest movies of the year.
It doesn't really fit with the others now, does it?
It doesn't seem like that will be the same person as far as their likes and dislikes and their aesthetics, what they find pleasing in a movie. It doesn't seem like that would be from the same person, but yes, that's what it is. Yes. Peter and Owen, critics forever.
Sound like a couple of really relatable dudes, don't they?
Yes, they do. Owen Gleiberman and Peter DeBruge.
Why isn't the substance on either of these lists? Come on.
Nope. Well, maybe it's on the worst movies of 2024. I don't know.
Impossible.
No. Actually, Wayne was asking me about the substance this morning. I hadn't seen it because I'm not too big on horror, but I said that you thought very highly of it. You
and
don't?
Also, it was a movie that played in theaters that human beings were actually able to see, unlike nearly every title you just read.
Yeah. Yep. And as far as the worst movies, we'll save this for next segment. They only have a list of 5, these same critics, 5 of the worst films for 2024. And with any luck, there'll probably be movies that we like or think more highly of than most people.
Well, if Craven's not on that list, it is completely irrelevant.
I'm looking at it and no, but there is a movie or 2 that we probably are in agreement on. Probably.
What did you say the Sebastian Stan movie was?
Oh, you asked me to go back in the pile.
Edward, wasn't it?
I think so.
It doesn't seem to be on here.
You mean it doesn't exist?
Well, I looked it up. I tried to put Edward. It just gives me Edward Norton. And then I looked up Sebastian Stan, and it doesn't have it. So I don't know.
Are you saying I made it up?
No.
You saying I lied?
Maybe it's a short film. I don't know.
I have to find it now.
You read a phony list generated by an AI.
That just shows how much they're trying to be cool or whatever.
I'm trying to find where it is. Okay, it's not on that list. Inside Out, Seed of Sacred, Bike Riders, Anara, Dune, A Different Man. Different Man, that's it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's there.
And the title character is Edward.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, an aspiring actor undergoes a radical medical procedure to drastically transform his appearance, but his new dream face quickly turns into a nightmare.
That actually did look pretty interesting, but again, I don't know.
Is that a takeoff on Twilight Zone?
No, it looks like one of the actors actually had, I think, neurofibromatosis or something in real life.
It doesn't sound all that interesting.
No, it's more about like I guess the way to describe it would be like self-esteem issues because he gets that surgery, but everyone sees him as like the more attractive person. He still sees himself the same way. So it's that type of thing. But it looked kind of interesting. I mean, it caught my eye. But who knows if it's the best?
Oh, I can say it's probably not the best.
No.
I haven't seen it, and I'm willing to wager money it's not the best or amongst the 10 best. And I think Mark would even agree with me on that.
I had not planned to see that one. It looked really unappealing to me. I'm not one of those critics and never have been who feels like I need to see absolutely every single thing that comes out. Also, my tastes are a lot more mainstream than a lot of these guys. I mean, you'll never hear one of these guys going to town on a horror film or an action film. I'm still pissed that the second Christopher Nolan Batman movie didn't win an Oscar.
Well, when we get back and we talk about the worst movies of 2024, according to these same two critics, they get a little more mainstream. Not a lot, but a little bit more. And you're going to be even more infuriated.
Oh, boy.
It's Later with Mo Kelly. Oh, yeah. It's going down. We're live everywhere in the iHeartRadio app.
You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
KFI AM 640 is Later with Mo Kelly. We're live everywhere in the iHeartRadio app. And at the top of the hour, we started with the best movies of 2024. And this is according to Variety magazine, who we often are at odds with. They have two film critics who gave us their lists of both the best and worst of what Hollywood had to offer in 2024. We did the best, and now we're going to give you their worst, or what they felt is the worst, critic by critic. This is Owen Gleiberman's 5 worst films. They didn't give us a full list, just 5. Any predictions?
We've waded through so many Code Browns this year, it's hard to think of just one.
You would think that there's some easy targets to place on this list, right?
I mean, I mentioned Craven. Did Madam Web come out this year or last year?
That's last year.
Okay.
Oh,
I think so. Yeah, I think Madam Web was last year.
I could swear that it was this year.
It wasn't on their list last year, and we'll see if Craven's on their list this year. Coming in at number 5, as far as the 5 worst movies of 2024, according to Owen Gleiberman. Lisa Frankenstein.
I didn't see that.
And nor will you.
No. No.
Number 4. The End, starring Michael Shannon and Tilda Swinton.
Crickets again.
Yeah.
Oh,
this is going to raise some eyebrows when I tell you what number 3 is. Reagan.
Oh, the Dennis Quaid Reagan. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, I've heard varying and wide opinions of the movie, but I didn't hear that it was one of the worst of the year. Fell short for a lot of people, but it wasn't one of the worst. And number 2, and this is according to Owen Gleiberman's 5 worst films of Variety for 2024. Rumors. Rumours.
Okay, so their worst are just as obscure as their best.
Yeah. There have always been critical darlings, but then there's that rare category of film directors who are treated as aesthetic saints. The whimsical, hermetic, Canadian, experimental, cinephile prankster. See, that's just say it.
What it is. Madam Web did come out this year. It just came out super early. It was February 14th, Valentine's Day.
Oh, wow.
So the fact that Madam Web and Godzilla X Kong are not on this list already, these two should be drummed out of the critics union.
They don't really have an interest in any of the mainstream films for the most part.
Shouldn't that awful Joker Folia Deuce be on these worst of lists?
It didn't make the list.
It should be the Deuce on everyone's list because it was pure Deuce material. It was a true
I bet
number
these guys
two.
liked it.
They probably did.
They probably did. Any guesses on what's number one? It's probably a movie you've never heard of.
I was going to say, there's no way to guess.
Twilight, any guesses?
Cake, don't eat it while you're alone in the bathtub. I don't know. That's the type of film that these individuals like.
Here we go. Number one. If I didn't know any better, I would say that this was probably a porno. But it's not. And coming in at number one is the worst movie of 2024, according to Owen Gleiberman of Variety, Pool Man.
That
As
sounds
opposed
like
to Pool Boy.
That's not a porno?
No, it's not. It says, even if you're a fan of Chris Pine, you may stare slack-jawed at this absurdist disaster of an LA noir, which he directed, co-wrote, and stars in. He plays a frowsy, long-haired pool cleaner who's sort of like the dude, except he's a dude whose brains are leaking out of his ears. Pine doesn't stage scenes, exactly. It's all dithering half-jokes and wispy, warped asides, wrapped around a conspiracy plot that has the same relation to Chinatown that boxed wine has to Chateau Lafite Rothschild. See, these are guys who are way too wrapped up in their poetic prose to just explain why the movie's bad in understandable, relatable, digestible terms.
It sounds like a riff on the Big Lebowski, but this one, at least you can see it's on Hulu.
The only thing they got right is that, yeah, he kind of does look, they kind of made him look like the dude.
Okay.
That's about it.
Yeah, but it clearly wasn't on anybody's radar. You know, there are some other movies out there which deserve equal mention. There should have been an honorable mention, or because if Madam Web came out this year, that's got to be one of the worst.
It's got to be at the
year.
top.
Look, if it's not even number one, it's got to be 2, 3, 4, or 5 put together. It's got to be. You can't. It can't be. It can't be. No, Madam Web is, only the 15th worst movie of the year. It couldn't be that. Couldn't possibly be that.
Craven came out this year, and if they can put something as recent as the Bob Dylan film on their best films list, then they can add Craven onto their list of the worst.
And by the way, why wasn't Civil War on any of these best of lists?
I was thinking that, look, when I saw Civil War, I said, okay, that's going to be a best picture nominee. I really thought so. Inventive, creative, completely new. I thought it was maybe too smart for a lot of people. And I thought it was timely for the time in which we live, even though it's not about, quote unquote, this America, like Earth 2. But it was a really good film.
The Crow remake, that should have been on the worst of list. I'm just looking through my Rana reports from the year. These people are out of touch hacks. I dismissed them.
Hopefully they're listening.
I hope they are.
When we come back, we'll get Peter DeBarge's worst 5. He doesn't get to be DeBruge anymore. He's L's third cousin or something like that. KFI AM 640, we're live everywhere in the iHeartRadio app.
Head over to NFLshop.com for the largest collection of officially licensed gear from all your favorite brands. NFL Shop is your ultimate gifting destination for jerseys, t-shirts, headwear, and more. Take your game day style to the next level with the best selection of NFL gear anywhere. Show off your team pride this holiday season with styles fit for the whole family. To shop now, go to NFLshop.com.
You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
And before we get out of here, we're finishing up the worst movies of 2024, according to these two critics at Variety, and they just don't make sense to me. First, we gave you Owen Gleiberman's 5 worst films, and his worst film of 2024 is Pool Man. Didn't know anything about it. Now we go to Peter DeBruge/DeBarge and his 5 worst films of 2024. Coming in at number 5. Rebel Moon, director's cut. He's
Legit.
not wrong.
No,
He's
not wrong.
He's not
It's
wrong.
the first one we can all agree on.
Number 4 of the worst movies of 2024, according to Variety critic Peter DeBruge. Harold and the Purple Crayon.
I heard that was hot trash. So 2 for 2 for DeBruge.
All right. Number 3, I'm not proud, but this movie was featured on our show. Not another church movie.
I absolutely refuse to disrespect a Tyler Perry film, no matter what. I don't care.
It's not a Tyler Perry film. It was a takeoff on a Tyler Perry film.
Oh, that was the one where they were clowning the Tyler. Okay,
Yes,
well then,
yes.
then that one can be on the list.
Yeah. Okay. Coming in at number 2 of the worst movies of 2024, according to Variety critic Peter DeBruge. The Mousetrap.
Oh, is that the one where it's supposed to be the Mickey Mouse horror film?
Yes.
I think
Yes.
this was that.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Yes, it is. Mm-hmm.
So
I
it's
just remember Ryan McBain, one of our Nerdorama contributors, talking about that one.
Okay,
Yeah.
this one's available on Peacock and Pluto. I got to see this.
So it's another like Blood and Honey
Yes, it is.
type of thing. Okay.
Yeah.
He's so far he's pretty on point.
Yeah.
This one's a lot better.
Lot better. At least they're movies that we've heard of. All right. Any guesses? Do we get a Craven at number 1? Do we get a recognizable movie that we can agree is horrible enough to be considered the worst movie of 2024?
The odds are in her favor. He's doing better on this one.
On this one, but it's
Not the
variety.
other ones.
So you never know. Here we go. Number 1, the worst movie of 2024, according to film critic Peter DeBruge of Variety. Dog Man.
What the?
I don't know. Never heard of it.
What the hell are you saying right
I mean,
now?
it's weird.
Is that an animated feature? What is Dog Man?
People will spend time with these movies while audiences are divided about Emilia Perez's Netflix's culturally questionable celebration of a trans cartel boss. Leave it to Luc Besson to demonstrate how such an audacious tightrope act could have turned out much, much worse. Embodying the lead role of a cross-dressing, wheelchair-using anti-hero who can will street dogs to do his bidding, Caleb Landry Jones is one of the most fearless actors of this generation. But Besson's third-rate Joker ripoff is ill-conceived on every level. A convoluted act of misplaced empathy in which a police psychologist struggles to tame a deeply traumatized outsider who was literally raised in a doghouse.
Okay. Wait a minute.
Why would you even spend time watching something like that?
Or making it. Let's get to the making it part. You made this film? Somebody, Luc Besson? Luke.
Goes on, this is the work of an artist, insists one character who clearly saw a different movie than I did. I mean, if you can always find obscure Netflix movies to say it's the worst of all year. I mean, there's a lot of bad stuff out there. I thought that they would at least hew to movies that we had heard of or had a reference point. How about the best movies that some of us have heard of in 2024?
It's Variety, though. And Variety, for some reason or another over there, when their crew gets together to rate or review anything under the sun, they've got to go so far left of center that they're back to the right. They're ridiculous over there.
It's so obscure. No one can really benefit from the list. No one can really understand the list. No one knows the movies. No one.
And I'm wondering if not only because they think they're, the hoi polloi, but it's like, I think they do it also because you can't argue with them since you haven't heard of it.
That's
No,
true.
there's that. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I can't tell you firsthand whether Dog Man is dog, whatever.
Or the Sacred Fig.
Yes. Was I planning to watch that? No.
Exactly.
Would I have watched it because it was on someone's list? No. Are we encouraged to take their criticisms and their likes and dislikes to heart? No. I don't know what they get out of it other than free airtime on our show all the time. I don't know what they get out of it.
True.
It's just clickbait from hacks. I've never done top 10 lists. And by the way, that last one, Luc Besson is a terrific director. He's the one who did Leon the Professional.
I was just going to, that's Mark.
Yeah.
He's done really good stuff.
La Femme Nikita, tons and tons of terrific action movies. But I sure as hell never heard of Dogman.
Even he can excrete out Code Brown?
Yeah, everybody can.
Even Martin Scorsese.
Don't start with me on that. You're just trying to pick something now.
Yeah, I am because you still, with your underwear and everything, gallivanting around the studio.
A little bit of a thirst trap for you there, Mo.
Jesus.
I'm surprised that the Scorsese Killers of the Flower Moon wasn't on any list.
It's too well known. Can't make the list.
Yeah. Huh.
I don't know why they collectively skipped over actual movies in movie theaters that more people probably would know than stooping to talk about their Netflix movies.
Yeah, they're like the hipsters of top 10 because, you don't know half of these.
Well, sometimes you got to wonder if they're just trying to impress each other and in the process just wind up crawling up their own chimney.
No, absolutely. I agree. I think it's about trying to be perceived as someone who's more culturally aware and a finer taste when it comes to movies.
Yeah, it also seems really grossly unfair to me when at the end of the year they list all these things that civilians like us have not had the chance to see. We can't possibly see them, but it's kind of the end of the year prestige film dump that they all have early access to.
It's that and something else. I would like to think that even though we don't see all these movies, we're at least aware of them. There's a reference point for some of them. And most of these, we didn't even have a reference point where we could say, oh yeah, I heard of that. Or I remember, yes, about this person and that. No, none of that. It's almost like they're relatives of Mark or something.
I wouldn't claim any of these guys as relatives.
We need to have you, the crumple sound effect now.
Oh, okay. And that's a real sound effect. It's not like I pushed the button. I actually had to do it.
Oh, that sounded thorough.
KFI AM 640. We're live everywhere in the iHeartRadio app.
If you didn't like that opinion, keep listening. We've got a few more.
KFI
And KOST HD2.
Los Angeles, Orange County.
Live everywhere on the iHeartRadio.
You wake up, put on your Ray-Ban Meta glasses. You're living all in. You realize you need coffee. So you say,
Hey, Meta, how do I make a latte?
brew 2 shots of espresso. After Meta AI gets you caffeinated, you're ready for some beats.
Hey, Meta, play hip-hop music.
You head to meet some friends, but can't remember the place.
Hey, Meta, call Eva.
Ray-Ban Meta glasses, the next generation of AI glasses. Just say, hey, Meta, to harness the power of Meta AI. Shop now at meta.com/smartglasses.